It it's the 13th of May 2022, and it's roughly just after 8:30. And as I've kept reiterating where I am living, I've been experiencing intrusion and trespass and breaking and entering. So I live very peacefully on my own. And as I've mentioned yesterday, there's been a lot of medical negligence and a lot of cheeky, childish behaviour that I'm tolerating that isn't very grown up. It's not very mature. It's not very professional. It's not very sensible. Of these individuals to be violating my proximity rights, my privacy rights, and my rights to peace in my environment. As I've mentioned, there were the incidents of unlawful actions of two plain representatives, apparently to be of the authorities in January 2017, responsible for offences against my baby boy. And it's 2022 and there's still problems being caused in this community that culminate as treason, hate crime, human rights violations, and disturbances of the peace. And these individuals in this collective have been claiming to be of harmonisation with me as a royal avatar. So that's quite a big title and position, and it's a big job being a royal avatar. And as I've mentioned, there are people quite irresponsible, quite cheeky, quite impetuous, quite rude, really. Very childish behaviour I'm tolerating. They're disturbing the peace. There's blaring noise constantly, and there are very serious offences, and it's their track record up to 2018, since my humanitarian endeavour highlighted their discrepancies in their practices. It's their track record prior to 2018 that has highlighted in this circumstance as well how they're still continuing on without reformed behaviour occurring. So I'm concerned for the role of the authorities facilitating any more problems in this community, or any individuals claiming to be of the authorities, facilitating any more discrepancies in conduct or behaviour or actions that I addressed personally, single-handedly, in my humanitarian action in 2018, which was a huge project that I'm still recovering from. And there are people coming in and around my proximity, breaking the law, trespassing. They've already been on my farms. They've already been on my farms, and there are no proceedings legal that would be acknowledged in any context for these people to be claiming to have authority with regard to my matrimony, that is still legally binding, even though there are still individuals in this community that have been very risque. Again, as I've mentioned, similar to the performances of malpractice that I had hoped to have cleaned from society, from my 2018 work, that I'm still recovering from. So there's a problem with the learning process. There's a problem with the process of learning. People are not learning from the past. People are not paying their debts. I'm concerned about the IQ status. I'm concerned about their arithmetic. I'm concerned about their numeracy. People being really cheeky, coming in on a person's personal space, disturbing the peace, still making noise and polluting society as they have been doing since roughly 2007. So I'm wondering what the guards and the government think this is suitable for the young people to be seeing, with regard to the learning process. As a teacher of a clean track record tolerating very childish behaviour, I'm concerned for the mental health of people that think that coming in on a person's proximity or privacy is sane behaviour. I represent a very big fellowship, and I would hope they'd be sensible, the culprits or the guards of the government might be sensible about the problems that you've already caused my child. It's quite dangerous what my little boy has experienced. It's quite expensive property farm holding of my ancestors and matrimony that's still legally binding, that's been trespassed upon. And there's a lot of problems being caused by these liabilities still in society. So are the guards and the government risking themselves offending me? That's my question, that's my query. Are the guards and the government going to continue risking their reputations to cause offence on behalf of social influencers that can't even conduct themselves professionally? So what are the guards and the government doing about the ASBO behaviour? What are the guards and the government doing about the debts that the state owes me, which are quite huge? And what are the guards and the government doing about the land grab? It's very quite dangerous. As a royal avatar, there's protocol, and that protocol's been violated. So I'm really concerned about people being put at risk for property they don't own and that they have no entitlement to, and the abduction of my child as of January 2017, and to this night, the environment being intoxicated and polluted with people disturbing the peace that just can't comprehend what they've already incurred as a huge problem in society between the period 2007 to 2017, when they were of very, very grievous offence to many at home and abroad that I personally addressed. So I just want the guards and the government to recap about the protocol and the debts the state owes me, and the child that was abducted from me in 2017, and the individuals disturbing the peace that are not representing mature professional behaviour. So I hope the guards and the government are aware of what a royal avatar is.